our computers and that are most common in the business and the industry today. So first thing that need to be understood is that the storage system consists of two different devices. One is the medium itself, where we are going to record something, like a disk drive, like a CD or something. Then there is a device that reads that information from the medium. So a device is needed to be permanently installed in the system. It can be a removable device as well, but most commonly you will find such devices in a permanent storage type, or that are permanently fitted into your computer. So there can be different types of storage systems that we use in computer. As we already know that a computer consists of several types of storage devices. For example, hard disk, SSD, CD-ROM drive, floppy disk drive, RAM, cache, registers. So these all are different types of storage devices that we need on some point of the processing. So let's discuss about the first, a volatile type of storage. Volatile means that is not permanent, that is temporary. Why we need temporary storage? In order to execute application. So the application that you're currently executing, that you're currently running, its data can be stored on a temporary basis to some storage device, and that is RAM, or random access memory. So there are two methods of writing or reading some information towards the medium. One is the random, and second is the sequential access. So the random access means that random access can be very faster, because it can directly point out to the data that we want to read, or that we want to write. It doesn't go from the very starting point of your disk and locate that information one by one where it needs to be recorded. For example, a hard disk. A hard disk is a random access storage, because I do not have to point out what's the starting point. It can directly go to the starting point where it needs to be writing the data, and it can be very fast, because it does not need to locate, need to rewind and forward to different memory locations in order to find a place where data needs to be recorded. And the thing that is totally against this is the sequential access. Now in sequential access, what we do, that we have a long strip of magnetic material, for example a film reel, that needs to be rewind, that it needs to be forwarded in order to go to some specific location. That is most common in the cassettes that we used to have in the early 90s and 80s. That is the perfect example of such type of sequential access. Okay. Now there we have different types of representation of storage systems. Uh, because the data that we are storing on a disk can be anywhere, physically can be anywhere. So the physical representation will be a little different than what we perceive by looking at the computer screen. And that the thing that we perceive by the computer screen is the logical representation of the storage device. For example, in logical representation, we have different folders, different file names. We have different properties. We can sort them out. We can easily locate a file that is a photo we need, that I have placed that photo in my photo album. So I can just directly point out to that drive and that specific folder, and I will locate the file name easily. But that is not how it is actually being saved on the physical medium. On the physical medium, data is stored in a very different type of manner. So in the next slide, we will going to see that. So I have already explained the logical file representation, but I have yet to see that what a physical file representation is and how it can be done. There are some different types of storage technologies that we used in computers. First is the magnetic, that is your conventional hard drives. Then we have optical like CD drives and so, Blu-ray and DVDs also. Then we have fresh memory media like your SD card, like your RAM, like your cache, like your registers. These all